YouTube, sabia? YouTube e what what Facebook. E dois. Não tem música não, né? Só eu que estou assistindo.
Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito Prayer of Heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Takahara ni kamsumarimasu kamuyogi kamuro mino mikoto moshite sumeti oya kamuri sana gino mikoto tsukushi no imuka no tachi hana no odo no ahari halani misogi hara itamo toki ni narimaseru harai dono o kami tachi moro moro no magagoto sumike gari o harai tamae kiyome tamae toma osukoto no yoshi o Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yaoyorozu no kami tachi tomo ni ame to fuchi koma no mimi furitatete kikoshi mese to kashikomi mo maosu Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Kannagara tamashi haemase Kannagara tamashi haemase Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei. May God and Meishu-sama bless you. Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Good and evil. No matter how virtuous an act may seem, if done by one with little faith in God, most probably the motive is self-centered. A person who draws close and whispers words secretly about others is surely someone who cannot be trusted. Those who do what is right always, with clear minds and cheerful hearts, leave no room, not even the slightest crack, through which the dark forces can take hold. In order to prevent crimes, laws and regulations have been formed. Police departments, courts, and prisons have been set up, and every effort has been made by authorities to curtail crimes. This is the same as building a cage for dangerous wild animals and enclosing them with an iron fence in order to prevent them from harming people. In other words, criminals are treated not as human beings but as dangerous wild beasts. What a pity it is that those who were born to be precious human beings should degrade themselves to the point of becoming like beasts and ending their lives as such. It is an eternal truth that human beings exist somewhere between the divine and the animals and can lower themselves to the level of beasts just as they can elevate themselves to godliness. Truly civilized people are those who have freed themselves from their lower, baser nature. The progress of civilization depends on the elevation of human beings from the level of vice to the level of virtue. Paradise on earth is a place where only individuals who have reached such a level reside. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. And thank you for joining in our prayers for world peace. This morning, I want to share with you the faith experience of Elisia Dessa Queiroz. She is from Boca do Rio Johrei Center in Bahia, Brazil. Elisia, who is now 73 years old, has been a Johrei member for 15 years. In 2020, she was going through a complicated phase suffering from troubling financial difficulties. She had bought a lot of things on her credit card and accumulated significant debt. Additionally, she had been experiencing constant conflict for some time with her two oldest sons, as well as with her daughter. Even though they did not live together, the troublesome relationships bothered her immensely, and she was unable to find ways to ease the whole situation. During the pandemic, Elisa watched our daily online services, and upon listening to the teachings and faith experiences, she reflected on her own mindset and realized that it was she who needed to change her own attitudes insofar as her challenging and argumentative relationships with others. That in fact she could become more docile, flexible, and patient, as those changes may be the only way to overcome these disturbing human relationships that cause so much pain. She realized that this could only be possible through her further spiritual awakening and elevation. Consequently, she asked God and Meishu-sama for permission that she may, in fact, experience ennoblement of her character and that through new attitudes,
she could effectively contribute to the well-being of those around her. In the same way, she asked that she be capable of being useful to others' lives, even if it be from a distance, as the pandemic was dictating physical isolation measures. To gain spiritual strength, she attended online services daily, updated the enshrinement of her ancestors, the Sodei Saishi, and offered donations expressing her gratitude, a practice that she had previously always had difficulty engaging in. In addition, she assisted a young woman who is a Johrei member but who was inactive. This young woman experienced conflicts with her mother and suffered from frequent anxiety attacks. Elysia shared with her the online link to the services, forward to her numerous teachings and writings of Meishu-sama, and was regularly in touch, offering her heartfelt affection and attention. With these actions, Elysia began to feel sincere gratitude for things and people like never before, and a peaceful feeling of lightness permeated her whole being. She became more courteous and considerate with her whole family. She was aware that previously, she and her children had always engaged in arguments, and she understood that she herself needed to be a model and an example of one who values and makes harmony and conciliation possible. As a result of her changing attitude in 2021, conflicts calmed down until they actually ceased completely, transforming the dynamic of her family's interactions into positive ones. Nowadays, when she goes to her children's homes, she returns extremely happy because they talk and enjoy each other, sharing lots of love while expressing harmony around them, experiencing harmony around them. In the financial realm, since she started to materialize gratitude offerings regularly, things began to find balance. Elysia was able to control her spending and was able to rent out a house that she owns in the countryside. The young girl that she had been assisting was able to achieve harmony in her own family relationships, returned to give service at her Johrei center, and even her mother began attending our church as well. Liz is deeply thankful to God and Meishu-sama for allowing her to have her life transformed and to be able to be useful in bringing happiness and awareness to others. Her commitment is to continue performing our practices of faith as she has understood that they are the basis of one's spiritual elevation and happiness. Thank you very much for attending our morning service, for listening to this beautiful faith experience. I wish you a very wonderful day.
This brings to a conclusion our morning service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed day.
Por que que não pode ter música?